The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Magic Bricks webinar in association with DSR Infra. Our endeavor is to empower you with insights on the Indian real estate market performance. The topic of today's session is fulfilling innovative and customized real estate needs of buyers. And our guest speakers today are E. Jayashree Kurup. She is the head content and research with Magic Bricks, and K.S. Satyanarayana Reddy. He is the CEO with DSR Infrastructure. Jayashree is a business journalist with over 2 decades of experience in working with print, online and electronic mediums with the Times of India, the Economic Times and the Financial Express. She specializes in analyzing real estate data to come up with usable solutions to users. She works with consumers to provide advice on using available information to make wise investment decisions. K. Satyanarayana Reddy is a BE Civil Engineering graduate. He is with DSR Group for the past 50 years. He has around 23 years of experience in execution of all types of civil engineering projects. His assignment with DSR Infrastructure Private Limited Bangalore office includes operations, administration, marketing and finance. Mr. Reddy played a pivotal role in increasing the sales and profit growth of the company through effective strategies and operational improvement. He is instrumental in the overall growth of the group. So, without further delay, I introduce you all to our guest speakers. Over to you, Jayashree.
Thank you, Aradhana. Good afternoon,
Thank you, Aradhana.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Magic Bricks webinar series in association with the DSR Group today. We are talking about fulfilling the innovative and customized real estate needs of buyers. No longer does a customer simply buy a piece of real estate today. Today, anybody buying property is looking at a lifestyle opportunity. Now, let me quickly give you a Bengaluru overview. The Bengaluru market, the north is designated as the next growth quadrant. It is towards the Bangalore airport. The east is emerging as a self-sustained hub. The south is the established residential market, and west and northwest are long-established industrial corridors. A quick glance at the city statistics. The Bangalore metropolitan area is about 1220 square kilometers. The Bangalore development area is about 561 square kilometers. The per capita income in Bengaluru is about close to 90,000. The population census 2011 showed about 8.88 million as the population of the city. There's been an annual exponential population growth rate of 3.91% and an employment growth rate of 4.8%. Very healthy statistics here. And the literacy rate is about 88%, significantly high literacy rate compared to some states in the some cities in the country. As a result, there's a high rate of in-migration into Bangalore. IT and ITES hub with abundant job opportunities, and the economic growth is actually driving the real estate demand. If you look at Whitefield and the adjoining areas, these comprise major office space markets, and if infrastructure issues such as connectivity and traffic congestion are addressed, it will also help make the area far more attractive than it is. It is already attractive. It can become even more attractive. Let's quickly take the Whitefield real estate market. While we talk about Whitefield as one market, there are many stretches of the Whitefield area, the Varthur Road, the Brookfield Road, the Whitefield Road, the Sai Baba Ashram Road, the Old Madras Road, and the Kiarpuram Junction and the ORR. If you look at what's happening in the social, as far as the social infrastructure of Whitefield is concerned, you will understand why Whitefield is emerging as a self-sustained suburban location. One, the social infrastructure is constantly being improved. If you look at the map, you will understand that there are hospitals, malls, which are entertainment options. and a large number of educational institutions in this area. The Whitefield market has actually seen the rental value trends stabilizing in the market. It is a good rental average to hold. It has held for the last 2 quarters. Rental values have stabilized maybe more than 2 quarters, probably close to 3 quarters now. The rental return in the market has remained upbeat and it is actually growing. If you look at what's happening, it's probably the highest since JFM 2014. This is because there was a slight correction in capital values, but the rental yield became significantly higher. Therefore, it becomes a very attractive market for investors to enter. If you look at the property-wise demand assessment, apartments are the highest in demand, and the demand is growing a little bit as well. Individual houses, residential houses, was something that constituted about 25% of the demand. There is a marginal correction there of about 1%, that is insignificant. Similarly, plots, there was a 15% demand, which has come down to about 14%, which again, this is what has shifted to the apartments. If you look at the budget-wise demand assessment, the 40 lakh to 1 crore constitutes the bulk of the demand. The 20 to 40 lakh and 1 crore and above is also significant in these markets. Anything at 17-20% is also a high figure. The preferred budget range is in the 40 to 60 lakh. Higher end segment in the range of 60 lakh to 1 crore almost has equivalent demand. Let me hand it over to Mr. Satyanarayana Reddy. Mr. Reddy, would you like to take over?
Hi, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, the DSR group started their projects in 2003, in the year 2003. We completed a lot of projects. We meant on delivering an excellent and natural whatever the good ventilation, and we always target about the delivery time is the main. We are very strong in delivery time. Whatever the commitment time, we will deliver the projects. We are in a construction industry since the last 25 years, the real estate industry, and we have the subsidiary companies, Srinivas Construction. We have the operations in Hyderabad as well as in Chennai. We are into prime location, developing prime locations like Sarjapur Road and Whitefield. We have projects. The main concept of the projects are main is the cementing dreams permanently. DSR Group has ongoing focus on client satisfaction, has major presence in all 3 metropolitan cities of India: Hyderabad, Bengaluru, Chennai. Every project from DSR cements the dreams of many who believe in quality. It has developed landmark projects in the form of breathtaking residential and commercial projects in prime locations. The main Whitefield is the main, the present hub of the Whitefield now is the upcoming area, and also most happening place in Bangalore. We have the projects, ongoing projects like we have in Whitefield, we have Sarjapur Road. Off Sarjapur Road also we have the budgeting from start from 50 lakhs to we have 1.5 crore, 2 crore, up to 2 crore have the projects. Any other queries?
Let's start with the queries. Aradhana, shall we go on to the queries now?
Yes. You can read aloud the question, and you both can take the question. I request you to read aloud so that all our users may listen to your insight.
Let's go to the first question. We've got Sisyam saying, I have a residential plot near Whitefield railway station opposite to FCI quarters, Kadugodi. It is covered area of about 1062 square feet. I want to sell it. Please let me know the market price. Mr. Reddy, would you like to answer this?
It is, can you repeat once again the location?
It is
next to railway gate?
Next to Whitefield railway station, Kadugodi.
Kadugodi. Because the individual properties, we are not dealing with individual properties.
No.
But there is a market for this, and local, the real estate people you have to approach. But market is good, that area.
See, Mr. Reddy's view is very valuable because he understands that market deeply. One of the things that I can suggest to you is, why don't you go to, say, a website like magicbricks.com, go to the website, post your query, and see what is the value of the property that you're getting. It gives you a range. The value trends come, and you can actually analyze what is the current value of a property in Kaduguri. Then you can multiply it by your, the per square foot rate comes to you. You can actually multiply it by the size of your property, and you will be able to see how much you get. Let me, I have my colleague checking this out beside me, and let me quickly tell you what our results are showing. Roughly about a 1325 square feet apartment is available for about 47.2 lakh. A 3-bedroom of about 1390 is available at 61.6 lakh. Like this, you get lots of options. The one that is closest to yours in terms of the amenities, the size, the location, and so on, that is how you will be able to assess what your market price should be. Market price is a factor of many, many issues, and that is where your choice of developer is very important. New properties come equipped with many, many features, lifestyle features, such as landscaped areas, lifts, modern lifts, such as facilities such as clubhouses and so on. All this adds to the value of your property, so that when you buy, you may pay a little more, but when you sell, you get it is much easier selling as well. Having said that, please go ahead and do a structured search on Magicbricks, and I'm sure you'll be able to figure out what the value of your property is. Shall we go on to the next question, Mr. Reddy?
Please.
Okay. We've got Polly Khanna, who says, can we suggest developers a specific needs associated with innovative housing, like room heaters within the wall? What she's actually asking is, can I customize the house that I buy from developers to specific innovative needs?
Yes, we are allowing customer for some of the changes, modification in the flat. But about this heating, automated heating system in the walls, no, it is very expensive. But for like climate in Bangalore is not required particularly.
Right. So actually, Polly, what you have to look at is that there are certain features that are good to have. For instance, you may have lived in very cold climates, and you may have seen that heating within the wall has been a very good feature. But what you should do is assess whether the amount of cost that you are incurring to put in a feature like that is justified in the climates that you're staying in. If you were staying in very, very cold climates, maybe that is a little more justified. Not that we're telling you don't go for this, but largely, by and large, when developers allow you to make customized, innovative features, they assist you in that. Largely, it is what is required by the climate of the city that you are in. If that city is in extremes of climate, then maybe heating and cooling makes a lot of sense. Otherwise, by going in for innovations, you may find that you are actually enhancing your cost. On the other hand, something like solar, something where you want heated water, those are features that you may want to ask for. Right, Mr. Reddy?
Yes. It is like climates like Simla, Kashmir. Those areas it may require, but like climate like Bangalore, South India is most probably, particularly Bangalore, no, it's not required.
Right. Let's go to the next question. We've got Urali Jaya, who's asking, does customizing amenities or facilities mean the cost of the apartment will decrease? Is it possible to customize my modular home? Mr. Reddy?
Can you repeat the question?
Does customizing amenities and facilities mean that the cost of the apartment will decrease? Is it possible to customize my modular home?
Not at all possible. Because there is a standard specifications or standard amenities what we promise a builder now. Other customers also involved in that. The flat wise, inside the flat, any changes are there. Suppose if they don't want some items in the flat, that there will be little cost, maybe variation will be there, but not like amenities, features of the project, no, completely gardening, multi-courts, swimming pool. These you cannot cut the cost of the project, apartment.
Absolutely, because these are shared facilities. Urali,
Yes, shared facilities,
you
okay.
must understand that shared facilities are what the developer has actually promised all customers that they will provide.
Yes.
They cannot
Yes.
cut it because one customer says that I don't want this kind of landscaping, or I don't want a jogging track. That comes with it comes packaged with the house that you buy. But inside your house, if you decide that I don't want doors in 3 rooms, maybe that could be a small reduction in cost. But otherwise, I don't see how dropping 1 or 2 facilities is going to significantly reduce your cost. What you should actually look at is what is it that it's not a function of cost at all. When you're talking about customizing and innovating, it's just to make your lifestyle much easier. When you stay in that house, it should be something that matches your ultimate lifestyle. That's where you'll go to the developer and say, can you help me? I'm going to do this. If you can do it while it is being constructed, then there is less cost that you have to incur. You know, the breaking up cost and relaying the cost. That cost can be saved. Mr. Reddy, would you like to comment once more?
Oh, that's okay. That's all. Because we cannot cut down the cost of the flat because of the amenities and all. We cannot reduce all the amenities because as you told, no, it is the sharing between the all the depending on the number of flats in the project, no?
Right. Absolutely. Let's go to the next question. We've got Akruti Malia who asks, areas such as Whitefield are relatively new and need a lot of traffic control. In such a scenario, are buyers ready to pay for customized real estate projects? Mr. Reddy?
Because here the Whitefield is, as I told, an upcoming area. No, it is now the connecting to second phase, metro second phase. There is already the soil testing has been taking place, and they're going to start up the work now. And there is a signal-free corridor from the Macri Circle to Whitefield. This also work has commenced. The budget allotted BBMP around 150 crores. But another maybe 1.5 years, 2 years down the line, they will complete all these projects.
Right.
And also there is a road widening proposal also, all the road from Martali to Whitefield as well as Indranagar, Old Madras Road to Whitefield. These are all the roads also going to be widened definitely as per CDP plan.
So
and also Whitefield railway station is very close to Whitefield railway station. There is a suburban transport to reach city easily.
Yeah.
But when metro comes, so it's very accessible to city. Also within half an hour they can reach any part of the city.
Right. And that should take how long, Mr. Reddy?
It's hardly 2 years maximum. 2 years.
So
all the projects get complete definitely.
Sure. So in 2 years, you're going to see a good high-speed metro connectivity from the city to Whitefield, which will take you roughly about half an hour to reach from the main city area.
Main city area.
In addition to which, you're talking about road widening, which should ease the traffic jams which have been plaguing Whitefield.
And also one more, the PRR, Peripheral Ring Road, is also coming up. The government is also discussing from the Japanese team. That work also will take place another couple of months only.
Okay. Mr. Reddy, maybe it's a good idea to, at this point, just take a small break and explain to our consumers, what do you mean by customized and innovative real estate projects? Because I think that itself, people are asking, will buyers be ready to pay for customized real estate projects? What is a customized real estate project?
No, suppose you start up the project initial stage. If the initial stage of customer comes, no, we will allow them to change internal changes and all.
Right.
As with their
and
door
what
position,
are the
their kitchen. Benefit to suppose if once the project is completed, they cannot do much changes in the apartment. If it is initial stage of construction, they can do whatever their choice, no? They from the beginning from the walls, door position, layout inside the layout of the flat.
Yeah.
Like kitchen, the location, the platform and all, no? You can change that also.
Right.
Like flooring selection, tile selection.
Mm-hmm.
These are all we
So
are providing customization.
Right. Akruti, it's like this. When you buy a project, which is, if you're buying it off the shelf, you have to, suppose you had to conform to what the developer says, this is my way or the highway kind of sale, then this is what I'm giving you, take it or leave it. But here, there is an option for you to say that, look, I like the general layout, I like the way the project is coming up. I like the quality of construction, but there are 2 or 3 elements that I would like changed according to my requirement. Can it be done early on in the construction process? And that is what Mr. Reddy is talking about when he says customized real estate projects. Actually,
Yes.
buyers tend to, in the long run, buyers tend to save money on that, because if you have to buy a completed project and then start breaking it up and relaying it according to your requirements,
Very
you
expensive,
will
that
incur a greater cost rather than at this stage. Right, Mr. Reddy?
Yes.
Okay. Can we go to the next question?
Please.
We've got Paul who's saying, I'm looking for a residential project from reputed builder. My budget is 35 to 45 lakh. I'm not looking in any particular area, but will prefer JP Nagar, Electronic City or Whitefield. What would you advise Paul with, Mr. Reddy?
Because this budget, 35 lakhs budget and all is very impossible nowadays. The cost of construction, the land value.
Right.
Okay, the Whitefield, if you want more core Whitefield area, minimum budget will be with reputed builder, quality, good specifications. The 2-bedroom flat will be starts from around 70 lakhs, 65 to 70 lakhs.
Okay.
So you want to go 35 lakhs budget criteria means you have to go out with the lower mid segment. No? It's the lower age apartment.
Yeah.
Like ground plus 4 floors.
Yeah.
That also core Whitefield area is around 50-55 lakhs.
Right. So you see, it's like this, Paul.
35 lakhs
when
partners,
you're
nobody
looking
cannot
for
serve in this budget.
Right.
In
If
the
you go
Whitefield
for a
area.
premium apartment in a high demand locality like Whitefield, you may find that your budget is a little short of what the market is
Yes.
delivering. You need
Yes.
roughly about double or just below double.
Not
that,
if they want a
amount.
premium project, it should be double. No? Otherwise, maybe around 50 to 55 lakhs also okay. It's good. They
At
get
50
good flats.
to 55 lakhs, you would be able to get in Whitefield, but not,
Yes,
you may
yes.
not get the premium project. That's what you're saying, Mr. Reddy?
Yes. It's nothing but premium means good, very good specifications. So next to premium it is what I mean to say.
Right.
It's
And,
spacious, so with all
not-
common amenities also will get.
Right. So you see, it's like this. If you want the top-notch, most premium properties, you have to pay a price for that, and that comes above 70 lakhs. But if you
Yes.
are willing to adjust with your specifications a little bit, 50, 55
Little bit.
lakhs, you may be able to get.
Yes, it's not
within
much
that.
difference also.
It is a marginal difference, but it won't be top-notch premium. However,
Yes.
if you still
Yes.
feel that you can hold only 35 to 45 lakhs, this is something we've noticed with a lot of buyers. They, if you can't afford exactly where you're looking for, Whitefield, then you would like to go maybe 5 kilometers away from Whitefield and see whether I can get something like that.
Yes,
So
they
a
will get
good way
after.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Please,
No, that's true. If you go to Hoskote, Budgire, those areas, there is some builders, they can provide for around 35-40 lakhs also. But almost another 5-6 kilometers away from the Whitefield.
Exactly. So you see, it's like this. When consumers start looking, you first determine your budget. You said 35 to 45. Then you go to Whitefield and search what is available to you. Once you get the properties, see which one best suits your budget as well as your requirement.
Requirement.
If your budget, suppose you you were looking for a 3-bedroom, but you can get a 2-bedroom premium apartment for whatever budget you were looking, or if you can get a little away from your premium locality, but you can get exactly the size you're looking for, you are the best judge of what you need. And you must be able to then say, okay, I'll give away this, but I want this, or I'll be able to compromise on my budget, but I do need whatever specifications I'm looking for. Right,
Yes.
Mr. Reddy?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to the next question. We've got Uma Maheshwaran who says, are theme homes catching up here in Bengaluru? Mr. Reddy, are theme homes catching up in Bengaluru?
What?
Are theme homes catching up in Bengaluru as a concept? Theme-based homes?
Your dream home you're talking about?
Not dream, themes based on, say, Napa Valley or Spanish villas or theme-based?
Theme-based, okay. But theme-based, in Bangalore it is impossible. It is hard to go away from the little Bangalore.
Okay.
Team-based projects, no?
Yeah.
But
theme-based
there is some builders they're planning now. They are like the targeting of the old retirement people. Like one team that is the retirement segment of the people on coming with centralized clinic, kitchen.
Yeah.
Maybe another 1 year you can expect this kind of projects in Bangalore also.
Okay, Uma. For Mr. Reddy assuring you that in
See, but
another
okay.
year's time, I'm sorry.
Okay.
In another year's time, you should be seeing theme-based projects happening in Bengaluru city
Yes,
itself.
definitely. The concept is coming now.
Yeah.
The people are looking for some changes.
Huh?
But you have to go away from the city, maybe 30-40 kilometers, you have to go away from the city. Because you can, then only you can get the huge lands you can develop.
Yeah. To actually develop a theme, you need larger space. The developer needs a larger land area to be able to evolve the theme better. And that is why there is land available in a little away from the main city and not within the city. And that is why Mr. Reddy is suggesting that the theme homes are probably a little away from the city. Right?
Yes,
Mr. Reddy?
yes. And also very expensive. Within the city is very expensive to make this kind of theme projects, no?
Right.
And nowadays the market, the people are budgeting, targeting of around, as you told, mid-segment and lower mid-segment, most of the customers.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go to the next question. There is Meena Prakash who's asking, could you give details of customized homes that your company has come up with? Mr. Reddy, Meena wants to know about customized homes that DSR Group is coming up with.
Customized, here the word is customized. You know, customized means they have to approach before starting up the project,
Right.
or initial stage of the project. Then you can customize the as per their requirement. No, you can customize the completely their flat or their villa. The customization, the word itself is the custom. I cannot know once the building is completed or 50% is completed the project. I cannot make more customization, more the changes in the project.
Right.
And also the delivery of the project also.
I'm sorry?
The delivery of the project is very important for us. Suppose there is a 300 flats in the project.
Yeah.
The customization, there is some limitation in the customization, the time limit projects.
Right.
With more customization, so we cannot deliver within the time. We are builders answerable to other customers also.
Right. So normally, Mr. Reddy, how early in the project should customers enter so that they can think of customization?
The slab level, suppose if we are casting the slab, maybe starting of the project within 1 year.
Yeah.
If they approach, then you can think about the customization.
Yeah. Oh.
Within
So
the 6 months to 1 year, they have to approach. They have to approach the builder, starting of the project.
After 1 year, the only customization that should be possible would be
So very
probably with
limitation
interior,
will be there for that.
right, in terms of the tiles and the fixtures and things
Yes,
like that,
yes.
right?
Time fixes we can allow.
Okay. So there are two types of customization. There are customers who actually want to, the internal layouts, they may want to alter a little bit. These are possible only in the 6 months to 1 year period. But if you are looking at customization in terms of the finishing, which means the tiles, the fixtures, the light fixtures, the sanitary fixtures and so on, that is possible even later, probably about 1 year before completion, right?
Just after 1 year to 18 months, 12 months to 18 months.
After 12 to 18 months, you should be able to do that much.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Let's go to Priyant, who says, I'm planning to buy a residential property in Whitefield, about 3.5 kilometers from ITPL. What are the chances for the property on rental appreciation here?
Okay. We have the project from ITPL, it is 1.5 kilometers away from the ITPL. The DSR Sunrise Towers, the project name. It is almost ready to move in project. It's a very good project, and also community-wise, all 3-bedroom apartments with the high-end specifications we are providing with all amenities.
Yeah.
The price ranging
What
from 90 lakhs to 1 crore or 15 lakhs.
Okay. What is the
The
occupancy?
project is fully completed almost. Maybe another couple of months, 2 months, they can move in also.
And what do you expect to be the occupancy? What is the rental demand here?
Rental demand, the 3 BHK flat, you can expect around 35 to 40K per month.
Right. So, Priyank, being close to the ITPL,
It is one and a
or
half
any
kilometer from ITPL.
1.5 kilometers from the ITPL, you would
ITPL.
actually see a huge demand for rental properties here, and because it is an economic hub with a lot of prospects of commercial prospects, there will be a lot of people who will want to look for rental properties. What is
Yes.
the rental appreciation? If you're buying a new property, I think at this point you will actually look at whether occupancy will go up or not, because first you'll need to see people taking houses on rent in these properties. That is where the reputation of the builder, the location of the project, the kind
The
of
accessibility.
the accessibility, all this will make a lot of sense at that stage, right? So you must first look at the property and the project. The better the maintenance of the project and the better the livability of the project, that is when your rental appreciation comes in. Right, Mr. Reddy?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Let's go on to the next
And
question.
also all the schools, they generally customer will see for the school, nearby schools, hospitals, malls.
Yeah. Right. And like we showed you earlier, the schools, hospitals, malls are all available in this locality and this
Yes.
vicinity. It's just a question of the access to each of these that will determine the relative rental return.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Let's go on to the next question. We got Ankit Toshniwal, who's interested in Godrej United in Bangalore. The price they are quoting is 5650 per square foot, but I have concerns about the price, especially since I've heard that there is a big inventory of flats available which have not sold. Do you think this price is justified? Now, Mr. Reddy, Ankit is asking a larger question. He has
Yes,
heard
no.
that there is an inventory, that there is stock available there, so should the prices drop? This is a question that a lot of our consumers ask. When there is more stock in that stretch, do you think prices will drop?
No, here there's no, because the market price is stabilized since last more than 1 year. There's no increase in the prices.
Right.
And also which are the projects are completed, preferably which are the projects completed, you can select in that only. Now they've got, this project, they started.
Right.
It may take another, I think 3 years or 4 years down the line, completion, delivery time. Again, on top of 5,600 or 6,000 rupees, they have to pay out another pre-EMI and all, maybe another 600, 700 rupees.
Right.
More than that only. Preferably, if any projects are completed, ready to move in, is the better nowadays. Present market scenario. They can save a lot of money there.
Absolutely. When the project has, you may probably have to pay the entire amount upfront. You have to take your loan immediately and start paying your EMIs. But the point is that the house becomes livable. So if you're living yourself, you can buy and move in because there is stock in the market. And the second thing is that if you're buying as an investment, if you enter early on, there are certain developers whose projects, because they keep to the timeline and so on, you may find that their appreciation is higher. You may also see that if it's important to choose your project, your location, and your developer correctly. When you look at the project, you have to see how closely the project matches what you are looking for as a buyer. When you're looking at the location, see whether the access points are good, see whether it has good facilities, the access to schools, hospitals, malls, and so on, like Mr. Reddy said. These are important. You should also see in terms of the developer. Does the developer have a track record of delivery? If the developer has been delivering on time, it's good to go early on in the cycle. You can take your time paying in. Suppose you feel that there are lots of projects that are already complete, you also have the option of going in for a near complete or completed project where your risk is very, very low. The project is complete, you've got you're close to possession, you can take possession and the house is ready to generate income by itself. Mr. Reddy, you want to add to that?
Yes, that is a better way, that is.
Oh.
There are a lot of projects are available now, no, completed projects, so they're ready to move in only. We can save, and also as I told, no, builder, the background is important, the delivery time important. Otherwise, it will affect on the price also, overall period, no?
Right, absolutely. And the market rates normally reflect what's happening with the developer. If you see a slowdown, then you see in terms of how the project is moving, you can make out whether the developer is developing in time, are there any local problems, things like that.
Yes.
Now we've got Saitandar Dige who's asking, does a customized home mean smart homes? How different or similar is it? This is another issue that Mr. Reddy, a lot of our consumers want to know. What is a smart home, and can any home be customized to make it smart?
But any home can customize it into smart home nowadays, the technology, no?
Could you
smart home,
spell out your understanding of smart homes?
the smart
is a
home,
smart
nothing but the like kind of automation, the complete, not only the like it is like automation means like the bathrooms you can make the sensor light when you're just no need to use the switch every time.
Right.
Okay, like automatically, like if you connect into the through net also, you can switch on your AC, you can switch on your geyser, you can switch off. When you're in office also, you can see your complete home. And like in curtains also you can operate through remote only.
Right.
Even fans, even all lights also can operate through remote control.
Right. How does it
Kind of
help to
automation.
live in
Not
a
a,
smart
because there is a
home?
budget start from, there's no limitation for this automation. You can spend at any, like 1 lakh to, you can spend 10, 20, 30. There's no limitation in the automation.
Right. And
Customization means generally the builders providing in the customization automation means nothing but it is minimum automation they're providing, just as you told, no, sensors for the bathroom lights,
yeah,
and remote control, complete lighting, this kind of.
Mr. Reddy, how does a smart home benefit a user? Other than the convenience, is there an economic benefit to smart a home?
It is not benefiting out of it, depending on their budget, is a little expensive only always. So it's not going to benefit anything to customers. It's like one of the, it's like fashion, the model, no, like interior, part of the interiors.
Will it also lead to, say, because it is sensor driven, will it lead to a slightly lower electricity bill or something like that, or no?
It's not much different generally. If anybody forgetting, suppose somebody uses the toilet, if they forget the toilet, switch off toilet light, they may more consumption of the power. Otherwise, automation means within 20 to 30 seconds, automatically switch off the sensor.
Right.
You can
So
save
it is
some
more
power.
in terms of convenience rather than in terms of an economic
Suppose
benefit.
morning you are running behind the time of the office to go to office. So suppose you forgot to switch off the geyser. After come back to office also you can verify if geyser is switch off or switch on. If it is on, you can switch off from the office itself through remote.
Right. Let's go to the next question. We've got Gopalakrishna Amit asking, does senior age buyers demand for different kind of facilities and what is required by young age buyers? Is it possible to fulfill them?
Can you repeat the question?
Do older buyers demand different kind of facilities than younger buyers, and is it possible to fulfill them?
Yes, definitely. The older buyer always preference. I'm meeting a lot of the people, retirement age people, no? The preference is the same kind of community they're preferring will be same community, kind of community, and they're looking for the like away from the children, like help any clinic, centralized kitchen. This kind of projects will come up maybe another 1 or 2 years, definitely. The older, the kind of people, they are preferring this kind of projects nowadays.
Okay. But within your project, if an older buyer, does he have different demands from, say, younger buyers? Within the...
Here, no, the younger means, what is the age limit is 30, 35. You told me what is the age limit. Generally, we have the buyers almost even up to 50, 55 years also. They're preferring in the same projects. Not much difference from the older to younger buyer.
Oh,
If it is retirement more than 60 years, the preference will be different.
right. Okay. Now we've got Bijeta who's asking, I have a 2 BHK apartment from a local builder in Whitefield, Bangalore. I want to buy a 3 BHK from some good builder. I don't want to sell the first one. Is it a good time to buy one more and not sell the old one? My budget is around 75 lakhs. I'm sorry?
Definitely, is good time. Is right time to buy any apartment in upgradation of the 3 like 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom flat. No,
Right.
it's very good time. Prices are very reasonable now. Stabilized prices now.
Yeah. And you don't necessarily need to sell off the old one. Remember, Bijeta,
Yep.
if you feel that you can, you actually have enough money to start buying a new one, like Mr. Reddy said, the values have been holding for a while. So this is a good time to enter the market as a buyer. Now, when you buy a new apartment, what you have to see is if you have a small budget and you want to step up your payments over a period of time, enter early on in the cycle. Buy at launch or very close to, maybe in the first year of the launch. If you feel that you would like to buy a house that is closer to completion, where it will give you a rental return because you already have another apartment there, then you buy something that is already ready stock in the market, and Whitefield has a good rental return. So you will be able to see, like I showed you earlier, it's roughly above 4% returns. So that is one of the best in the Bangalore market right now. So
Yes,
it
yes,
would
yes.
be a good idea to buy. And you can get your rental returns and think of using that either to pay off your EMIs or to use that as a systematic investment, maybe in your stock market or something like that. This is important to understand that property is actually one part of your portfolio. You invest in, say, your PPF and so on. You invest in your stock markets, then you invest in property. If you can cross-leverage your investments, then you get a very good return. Property gives you a 4% return, but remember the leveraged return out of the values of property growing. It's an appreciating asset, and the values growing is significant. Stock markets and so on give you short-term returns. So if you can use the returns out of your property investment and put that into another asset category, then you are cross-leveraging both, and it helps you in the long term. Mr. Reddy, you want to comment?
Yes, that's the same thing. But now 2 bedroom also there is good rental also always. No, better to be hold the 2 bedroom flat. Let them buy 3 bedroom. They can shift into the 3 bedroom flat. But rental also very good for 2 BHK also. They may get around 25 to 30K depending on the flat location. No.
Right. And that 25 to 30K can actually help you pay off your EMI for the new
EMI also.
Right.
But let them prefer only the completed project ready to move in.
Right. We've got Alan who says, I'm an NRI looking for an investment. Can you please help me understand the scenario in Whitefield? Mr. Reddy, an NRI looking to invest in Whitefield, what would you advise them?
But it's very good. The NRI, they are looking for any rental or how?
He hasn't actually specified. I think he's joining in the search just now, and he would like to have a broad overview of what Whitefield is all about.
The Whitefield, now you see in Bangalore, now Whitefield is the most happening place. The name itself is called the Whitefield. Now the vibration will be there in the name itself. Always the property value will be stable, and as well as the escalation is more compared to other part of the city. The Whitefield growth will be better than other part of the city.
Right.
It is a better place to invest in the Whitefield area compared to other part of the city, no?
Yeah, because one, it is very close to the commercial hub. Two, there is rental return. So if you invest, you know that there will be regular returns out of this. And three,
Yes.
there is a lot of infrastructure facilities coming up now, and that should end up in pushing up your leverage property value.
Very close to, even from Whitefield you can access to airport also of hardly 30 to 40 minutes. You can reach.
Right. So these should help, and that is very important factor for an NRI, right?
Yes.
The access to the airport.
Yes.
There is Vinod Joitaram who says, our developer is offering a gush of facilities in apartments. However, I wish to customize on a few facilities. Is it possible? Vinod, I think Mr. Reddy has addressed this, but Mr. Reddy, just to reiterate, what are the few features that where customization is possible in a new facility? Maybe he's joined a little later and he must have missed what you said in the beginning. So if you can quickly recap, what are the facilities that can
The
be
common facilities you cannot customize because that's all completely sharing by all the customers, all the flat owners. The main like Videodorfin we are providing. Videodorfin is the individual only connected to other flats also. Unlike centralized gas piped system, that is also it is not much difference. The price hardly they can save hardly a few thousands if they want.
Right.
If you don't want centralized gas pipeline system, they can use their own cylinder only. This kind of they can cut down the cost of these things.
Right. But the
Otherwise,
kind of
you cannot cut down the facilities. Facilities means it's like walkway, clubhouse, swimming pool, gym, multi-purpose hall. All spa will be there in the community. A lot of amenities in the community.
Right.
Neither out of 300 people, 30 people may use, other may not use, but they have to pay for that. They have to maintain also. They have to do.
Right. But what is possible, and this is something that we know that Mr. Reddy has already addressed a little earlier, what is possible to customize is if you, within the first slab,
Yes.
if you are investing early on, you can actually customize the layout of your own apartment to whatever extent is possible without changing the beams and the columns. But
Yes.
if you are looking at customizing on the interior, for instance, your tiles, your sanitary ware, your light fixtures, this is possible even till the end, maybe till the last 6 months. Right, Mr. Reddy?
Yes.
Okay. Vinod, I hope
the
that
price,
answers your question.
not much difference, the cost cutting and not much difference to customization, no?
Right. And you don't customize because you want to cut costs. You customize because there are specific requirements for you, and that is what you would like your developer to help you with. And customization is, remember, not for cutting costs. It's a very marginal cost cutting. In many cases, it will be enhance your cost.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Oh, we've got Javed Hussain who's asking, since Whitefield has immense shortage of water, what can we expect from builder to fulfill our basic needs? First of all, Mr. Reddy, does Whitefield have an immense shortage of water? And if so, how do you fulfill the basic needs?
But Whitefield, who told the shortage of water? But Whitefield is comfortable. I'm not saying that the excess of water, but there is a comfortable water belt in the Whitefield area. And also most of the places connected by the corporation water, like Bengaluru Kaveri water, no?
Right.
They're connected most part of the Whitefield area. Parts of the Whitefield area covered by the Kaveri water also. But Whitefield area is no water problem. Water problem is there everywhere in the city, but in the summer that is.
Right. And Javed, if you look at the water problems that you have heard about, I think a large part of those water issues are in North Bangalore, where the ground is very rocky and there have been water issues. But I think Whitefield and so on, like Mr. Reddy says, is serviced by the Kaveri water and has as much of a water problem as the rest of the city. It's not anything more than the rest of the city.
Yes.
And I guess in the case of developments like yours, backup facilities are provided for, right, Mr. Reddy?
Yes, yes, yes. Because
So
we are
when you
providing
buy
the facility, but there is a borewell will be there always, and as well as Kaveri corporation water connection will be there. Most of the Whitefield projects.
Yeah.
And always, suppose the shortage is there in the summer season, no, you have to buy a water. There is no other alternative.
Right.
Not only the Whitefield, in any part of the city.
Right, absolutely. But the society does take care of this at the society level, and I don't think individuals have to bother so much about that, right?
The society will take care of that.
Facilitate it.
Yes, yes, yes.
The advantage, Javed, of buying into societies like the ones where developers are giving you commonly managed facilities is that the developer will facilitate how to make living easier in that locality. Maybe if there are extra facilities that you need because there is a shortfall somewhere, you will have to pay for that, but at least you don't have to go running around to individually look for those services.
Yes.
right?
And also most
Now
of,
let's go
suppose
to-
like DSR, we are providing water softener plant. Like there is a sewage treatment plant, no? Then we are using the same treated water for the flushing as well as for the gardening also. Most 40% of the water we can save there straight away.
Right,
Nowadays, almost most of the builders are providing this facility.
right. And,
Yeah, and
that
as
is
well as
actually
nowadays we are
very-
using even technology-wise rainwater harvesting to improve the water table in the ground level, no? Groundwater.
Right, right. And these are good to know features. Javed is asking the right questions. He knows that there is a water, people have been talking about water in Bengaluru. So when you're looking at projects and you're picking up your project, how do you ask the right questions so that you're assured that, for instance, like Mr. Reddy said, 40% of the water consumption is in flushing and gardening and so on. Here the STP water will service your needs quite well. But
Even
your
flushing also you
drinking
can,
water
the same
is
treated
not.
water you can use for the flushing also.
Right. So already you are working towards making that project more sustainable. And these are good questions to ask when you're buying a project, buying into a project.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right. Let's go to Vijay Biradar, who says, is Bangalore's population heading towards Whitefield for customized homes? What makes the locality relevant? Vijay, I think many of the points that he has made so far does give you an answer. Yes, there are developers who are allowing customization. You enter early on in the process if you want customization of the layout of your flat or apartment. Towards the end of the project, you can still customize on the fittings and fixtures like tiles, floors, and so on. The other thing that you can do is what makes the locality relevant? It is close enough to the commercial hub, and that is why there is good rental demand also. So if you enter as an investor, you get regular rental returns. Mr. Reddy, you want to add anything to that?
Nothing. That's okay, fine.
Actually, I'm just summarizing what you said in the previous
Yes,
answer.
that's true. That's true. The customer will prefer always, the workplace should be nearby the workplace as well as the like hospitals, schools, malls,
Yeah.
and the accessibility to airport or city or wherever requirement. These are all main preference, no? The Whitefield is the one of the place if you prefer kind of those facilities, no?
Right.
Like all the big malls, in one of the biggest mall in Bengaluru, the Phoenix Mall, very close to Whitefield.
Yeah. So look at it like this. Whitefield, if you deconstruct what Mr. Reddy is saying, you get quality homes, you get shorter travel time, you have enhanced access to the airport, you have your entertainment facilities and your social infrastructure like schools, hospitals, and malls and so on in close proximity. So you don't have to travel too much for anything. So it actually de-stresses your urban lifestyle, and that is what is the value of places like Whitefield, which we see increasingly becoming a suburban hub. It is not, it is self-contained. You have schools, you have hospitals, you have houses, you have offices, you have retail, and you don't need to necessarily go away unless you want to visit somebody somewhere far away or something like that.
Yes.
Let's take Neelesh's question. Neelesh says, does buyers demand techno-savvy homes in Bengaluru?
What, can you repeat?
Do buyers demand techno-savvy homes in Bengaluru? I think it is very close to the smart homes concept that you talked about.
Yes,
Maybe
that
you'd
is
like
true.
to
The same thing, buyer demand mean depending on the budget main.
Right.
The budget criteria main is the budget.
Right.
The demand is not like demand, no. With same budget, if you accommodate even techno like smart home also, they will select.
Right.
But it is the budget automation, no, kind of 50,000, 1 lakh and all. It may not work much time. Maybe hardly 1 or 2 years will work. That's all. Immediately you have to maintain. A lot of maintenance
Right.
cost.
Right.
I'm really sorry
So
to
why
interrupt.
it is good to have, and you would, yeah?
I'm really sorry to interrupt, but due to
Yes,
time
Aradhana?
constraint, I would request our speakers to take one more question after this.
Sure.
Thank
We
you.
are on to our last
Okay.
question. We've got Hirajit Nayyar who's asking, does asking for customization on wall paints be charged extra on the total price?
The wallpaper you're talking about?
Not wallpaper, but wall paints. Maybe you know, hypoallergenic paints where you don't have.
No, customization, generally customization now, anybody will charge only because we have the standard emulsion paint we'll provide.
Right.
Any builder, emulsion paint will provide for all the walls, but we'll give choice in that. Color choice will be there. 2 color choice will give, maybe bedrooms you can select one color and other area you can select other color. But other top of this, if you want some different kind of like wallpaper or wall separate special effects wall paint, they have to bear that extra cost. Otherwise, they can get it in their own.
Right. Right, Mr. Reddy. Thank you so much for such an interesting session. Aradhana,
Thank you,
back to
Jay. Thank you. Thank you, Aradhana. Bye.
And I'm really thankful to our guest speakers today for conducting this informative webinar with us. It was indeed a great session. I would also like to thank all our participants for their support in making this webinar a success. Thank you all for joining us today. Thank you, Jayashree. Thank you, Mr. Reddy, for joining us. I hope you have a great evening ahead.
Thank you, Aradhana. Bye-bye. And thank you for joining us, users.
Thank you. Bye-bye. We will close now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.